I welcome you all. In this video, going to see about simple strategies for developing algorithm. Simple strategies for developing algorithms. Strategy is an approach or a series of approaches devised to solve a computational problem. An algorithm is also a strategy that always guarantees the correct answer. Iteration and recursion are the simple strategies for developing algorithms. Iteration is the process of repeating the same set of statements again and again until the condition becomes false. Iteration involves repeating a block of code until a condition is false. During iteration process, the program makes multiple passes through a block of code. Iteration can be achieved using loops. The iteration can be in two ways. In iteration loop, the condition is checked at the beginning of the loop. If the condition is true, then the loop will be executed. If the condition is false, the loop will not be executed. In the next way, the condition is checked at the bottom of the loop. If the condition is true, loop will be executed. Otherwise, the loop will not be executed. In this case, at least one time the body of the loop will get executed, even if the condition is not satisfied. Recursion. It is a programming technique that has a recursive function that calls itself again and again until the condition is reached. The recursion repetition achieved through method calls. A recursive method makes repeated calls to itself before returning a result. The result is written if and only if a base case exists. This base case ensures that the solution converges, otherwise an infinite recursion occurs, which in turn leads to a buffer overflow. Recursion syntax is given here. Function is used within another one function. A function calls itself until the condition is reached. Here is the difference between recursion and iteration. In recursion, function calls itself until the base condition is reached. But in iteration, the repetition of loop until the base condition becomes false. In the second point, recursion keeps code short and simple, but iteration keeps the code longer. Recursion is a slow process, iteration is the fast process. Recursion takes more memory, but iteration takes less memory. In recursion, tracing is difficult if any problem occurs, but in iteration, tracing is easier if any problem occurs. Here is one example algorithm for calculating factorial of a number using recursion. Initially, fact function is called from main function with n passed as an argument. Then n minus 1 is passed to factorial function from the same function, that is recursive call. In each recursive call, the value of argument n is decreased by 1. When the value of n is less than 1, there is no recursive call and the factorial is written ultimately to the main function. In the fact function, one condition is checked. If n equal to 0, it will return 1. Then another one condition is given. If n is greater than 0, it returns a function fact of n. The return value go to the place where the function is called. Here is the flowchart for the recursive function. Here condition is checked. If n equal to 0, then it will return value 1. Otherwise, it will do the factorial functions. It called the factorial function. Thank you.